Actually be a good way to meet women, but now that I think about it, trying on their clothes is probably a good way to meet a woman.
What? Oh my
And
god.
that's exactly how Aaron met the girl he wants to call today. At least that's what his email says. What's up, Aaron? How are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty
Hold up.
good.
Are you wearing a dress right now, bro?
I'm
Yeah.
picturing you like creeping into her closet and putting her clothes on.
No, it was an honest mistake.
What? How?
You know how it is, sometimes you're just walking along and like, oops, I put your pants on. That's weird.
Oh,
Why
Is
don't
that
you...
my skirt or yours?
It was a jacket, man. I don't have it on right now.
Oh, jacket.
like at a restaurant or a bar or something.
Nah, I was at a flea market shopping around, and I'm trying on the stuff, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and to me, I'm like, okay, cool, this is a pretty cool jacket.
Yeah.
And then this girl walks by, and she starts laughing at me. So I turn around, so I'm just like, what's going on? And she's like, that's a girl's jacket. And I was like, oh, damn.
Hey, if it looked good, you should
Yeah.
have worn
Who
it.
cares?
Like, it's very slimming. Why are the buttons on the wrong side, though?
It did look good, and then I looked at the tag, and it said women's medium, so I was like, oh, crap.
That should make you feel good about yourself. You're nice and slim.
So she was laughing at me and stuff, and then, we sparked up a conversation, and we talked probably for like 10 or 15 minutes,
Nice.
and she talked about how one time she tried on, like, guys' pants, so, I thought that was funny.
You guys are perfect
Yeah,
for
you guys,
each other.
yeah, exactly. You guys bonded.
Well, and not only that, if you end up dating, you have like a shared wardrobe, which actually would be awesome.
Yeah, I could tell she was into me because she, like, kind of slapped me on my arm a little bit, so I was like, okay, maybe this girl's really into me.
Oh.
And then I finally worked up my courage to ask her out on a date, and she said yes.
Awesome. Did you wear that jacket on the date? I hope so.
No,
No, you didn't.
I didn't buy it. I put it back.
Oh, you put it back?
What's her name, by the way?
Gina.
Gina. All right. So what did you and Gina do?
Well, I took her to a cat sanctuary. I thought that'd be a pretty cool place for a first date. See some cool exotic animals, some jaguars.
Oh,
Like, wait,
I thought
cat-
I thought you meant you took her to like the Humane Society
Yeah,
to
that's what I
like look at
thought.
house cats. I get it now.
No, I didn't take her to the Humane Society.
Wait.
A big cat sanctuary.
Oh.
Yeah, like exotic animals, like interesting animals, not little cats.
Yeah. So more like lions and jaguars and
Yeah.
not tabbies.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's feral
And
cats.
she loved it. Like, we were walking around there for like 2-3 hours, and it was really fun. She was so interested, and she kept, like, playfully slapping me again. And
Oh,
just like, oh my God, look at the jaguar over there. And she like grabbed my hand, and we ran over there. So I'm just like, this is going really good.
yeah.
And then, yeah, at the end of the date, I had a little surprise for her because my friend works there. And I brought her behind the scenes to see how everything like happens, like how they feed the tigers,
Whoa.
how they fill up the water bowls
That
and stuff.
is so cool.
That is awesome.
Dude, you delivered on this date.
Yeah, and it was really, 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 really fun. And the coolest part to me was like when we saw 2 lions, and the male lion was like catcalling the female lion, to like, hey, come on over. It's like time to get down. And I was just like, yo, that's so awesome and so cool.
Okay. You didn't get pervy about it, did you?
I mean, I pointed it out. I was just like, yo, look, those lions are about to make love. And she laughed.
Make love?
Did you say make love?
Well, I didn't want to seem like a pervert. I didn't want to be like, yo, those lions are about to have sex,
Yeah, that's probably a funny way to put it.
Make love. That is so funny.
I feel like there's like a romantic
I don't know why
setting.
it's so funny to me, but it's
It
really
is.
funny. I would have used the word hump, but
Yeah.
that's just me personally.
Well, it was Lion King Part 3,
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, did she seem to like all that?
Yeah, she seemed to like it all. She was laughing and just continued to, like, hit me, like, flirting. But, like, at the end of the night, I go in for, like, a kiss, and she just gives me, like, a hug. And I
Uh-oh.
was just like, I was kind of confused.
Yeah, I'm confused for you because, like, she was giving you all the signs.
Yeah, I was just like, what's going on? Like, she gave me all the signs. She was flirting with me, hitting me. And then, like, I told her I'd call her the next day. So I called her, and I didn't get anything. So I texted her the next day, and then she claimed she was out of town.
Hmm.
And I was just like, okay, I mean, maybe she could be out of town. And then, like, a couple days goes by again. I text her,
no.
nothing. And then she's just like, oh, I lost my phone. I had to get, like, a new number. And I'm just like,
Wow.
man, what is going on? I feel like she's just, like, kind of blowing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like excuses for sure.
Like, I'm really confused. Like, I thought the date was a wonderful day. Like, I had such a great time. And she seemed like she did, too. And I'm just
Okay.
really confused.
Huh.
Maybe she's into lions now. Maybe she saw what they did and was like, it's
That's
weird. I'm in a
real
weird
making
spot.
love.
I don't want to date a human man anymore.
I hope not.
We'll play a song and then come back and call her right after this and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, hang on.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Gina, please?
this is she.
Hey, Gina, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I know, I'm hilarious, right?
What's this all about?
Well, I'll tell you in a second. First of all, have you ever listened to the show before?
No?
Okay.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
bad?
No, that's fine. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that don't. There's some that do.
Most
I don't
don't.
care either way.
Okay.
But
I'm not a loser, I promise.
Oh, I didn't think you were.
Yeah,
Actually, I
nobody-
probably respect you more.
Yeah.
But I'm calling because you went out on a date recently with someone who does listen to the show, and they wanted us to call you.
Who?
His name is Aaron.
The jacket guy.
Yeah.
That's what you call
I
it,
it.
forget
yeah.
that's how you guys met at the flea market.
The jacket
yes,
guy.
we did. The jacket guy. He was, he tried on this girl's jacket and I laughed
Yeah.
at him.
Yep. He told us all about that.
Yeah, he did.
It sounds like
Yeah,
you laugh
he-
a lot.
He emailed us because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. So Aaron told us about how he met you. He told us about your first date. And then he also told us that you're not responding to his phone calls or text messages now.
He told you about our date.
Yep.
Yeah. And it sounded awesome from his description, like super organic and easy to be around each other. And then he like hooked it up so you could go behind the scenes of the big cat sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an awesome date. It was. I will not lie, because I love big cats, and
Yeah.
they had jaguars and lynx and tigers and these lions.
Right. He told us all of that. He said you guys had a good time and said he thought that you were really, really into it. So if you were and you liked the date and you liked him, why not call him back?
He was really nice. And I'm flirty and fun, and
So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but were you just not into him? Maybe not attracted to him? Because when people describe other people as nice, it's usually not in a sexy way.
Yeah, it's like a friend.
Yeah.
No, he was nice and he was cute and he did there's nothing that he did wrong. I mean, honestly, he was as polite as they could be. He even said something about the lions making love. I don't know, but it was like what I thought was really polite. I was like, making love? Don't they like mate?
Right.
I
So
went
if it
with
was
Paul.
if it was all good though, why don't you want to go out with him again?
I should call him or text him, and I haven't, and I feel really bad about it.
Okay.
Are you in a
Wait.
relationship?
Well, that's a difficult question. The night after we went to the sanctuary, I looked up his friend that brought us to the sanctuary, right? I looked the guy up on Facebook just to thank him. Just,
Okay.
Thank you so much. We had a great time. It was great to meet you. I love the cats, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So the guy friended me back, and he said, it was great to meet you. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you come back to the sanctuary,
Uh-huh.
and I will give you a more in-depth tour of the sanctuary, and I'll even, possibly let you pet one of the cats.
Whoa.
And
Oh.
I thought that was really awesome, but I also thought it was weird because I was like, well, is Aaron going to go with me or not? And
Right.
it's just like this new thing. But the thing that kind of like let me want to go was the fact that the guy was really hot.
Oh,
Oh.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
He was
Wait.
wild, and he was like unbelievably manly, and he had these he had
Uh-huh.
an awesome chest, and I was just like, holy crap, he looks like one of the lions. I was like, oh my gosh. And the fact that the lions are like mating in the I was
Okay.
like, okay.
Wow.
So you got a thing
So-
for his buddy then? Is that it?
Yes,
And I'm guessing you went back to the cat sanctuary for your intimate tour.
I did, and we totally hooked up in the animal sanctuary.
What? What? Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
I know, it's so bad. I was just so naughty. We were pushed up against the lion's fence.
Wow.
It was one of those experiences that were like top 2 of all time.
Sounds like your
Oh
date
my
with that
gosh.
dude went off a lot better
Yeah.
than your date
Yeah.
with Aaron to the cat sanctuary.
They were just different. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Aaron's the kind of kid that like, well, you're really nice, and I could take you home to my mom, and she
So
was
you don't want a nice guy, you want to throw me up against a lion cage type of
Yeah.
guy.
yes, because that's exciting.
Okay. Well, something else that may or may not be exciting for you to know, Gina, is that Aaron is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Are you kidding me right now, Gina?
Oh my God, Aaron, is that you?
I take you on that date, and that's what you do? Like, what is wrong with you?
Look, you have to understand. I said, you're the nicest guy, and you're super cute, and you were so fun, and everything else. And I have to thank you. I mean, it's like you should actually feel pretty good about
thank you by
all
doing
of
the
this because
zookeeper. How did this even happen?
I don't know how long you've been listening, but you know what? He contacted me on Facebook after I just gave a thank you. He friended me back, and he said, please come again.
That doesn't make it right for you to just go and hook up with a zookeeper.
Well, Aaron, I can tell you this. He's much more than a zookeeper.
What does that even mean?
Basically, for me, he's like the king of the lions.
Whoa.
I mean, he is unbelievably awesome and a great lover, and he's funny. And it's just like, you know what? I should have texted you back, and I should have told you. I said, my bad on that.
Yeah.
Right?
So what are you, like, dating him right now or something? You're just going to date the lion zookeeper?
Well, to be fair, I don't know what it was. It's like, we had this great night, and we, text occasionally, but,
Gina, I know him. He's my friend. All he wanted to do was hook up with you.
That is not true. That is not true, Aaron.
He doesn't want to date.
No, it's not, because I know
I've known him for
likes me.
years. Gina, do you know how many girls he's hooked up with against the lion cage? He's so many girls there.
Aaron, but you know what? I'm going to be his last.
Well, okay.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
So, Gina, you feel like you're the one that's going to get him to stop his wild ways. I don't even know. But is that what you feel like, Gina?
Yes, I am, because we really
Not
hit it
a
off.
chance.
There was a spark.
Okay, well, both of you, I think, are being a little out of control here. Aaron, she's free to date who she wants to date. She didn't even kiss you. Gina, don't put a lot of stock into your relationship with Lion Man.
But you haven't seen his hands. His hands are as big as a lion's paw.
Wow. Sounds amazing. I'm probably a fool for asking this, but Gina, would you like to go on a second date with Aaron? We'll pay for it. He has smaller hands, and
he's nice.
Yeah, and a nice dude doesn't have lion cages at his house, I don't think.
And that would be a big fat no.
Yeah, thought so.
Oh, man.
But I would like to go out with his friend, the zookeeper, again. You guys pay for that.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm not paying for that. No.
I hope you go to the zoo, Gina, and you get eaten by a lion.
Whoa! Aaron, slow it down.
You know what, Aaron? You're just feeling bad because you don't measure up to the king of the lions.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah,
That sounds like a sick
That
lion.
was hot.
Yeah.
Aaron, I'm sorry, no second date for you, and I'm guessing this is probably the last time you take anybody to a cat sanctuary.
Yeah, good luck again, Gina, getting banged under the stars or whatever.
What?
But it probably won't, because he's not going to be calling you back.
It's so bitter.
I have one thing to say to you again, Aaron.
Okay. We gotta end this.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I don't know if you guys ever think about this, but if a girl ever wants to see a guy again, there's a few go-to moves that they'll use sometimes to guarantee that they get a call back.
Okay.
Like there's the old leave the sweatshirt behind at his place trick.
Oh.
And then when it happens by accident, you're like, oh. Now I just have to say goodbye to it.
Or you fake like you sent a text to the wrong number. You know, like, oops, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to send it to you, but hey, now that we're talking.
Hey, you.
It's not a bad move.
And then, of course, there's leaving a positive pregnancy test in the wastebasket of his bathroom.
What?
That's like entrapment or something.
Well, no, he's definitely want to call you, and he's probably going to have some questions and maybe want to meet up again.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Or he leaves town and he's a terrible father.
Well, I'm just saying the last thing you want to do is be honest.
Okay, or the last thing you want to do is fake a pregnancy. I don't know.
You always want to be honest, Jeff.
I'm saying, just try it. It works. And the guy in today's phone call thinks his date may have tried a little cat and mouse game with him to end up back at his place. And he was completely cool with it. His name is Nate. So what's up, Nate? Tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Chanel.
Okay.
Ooh, Chanel.
Very fancy, high end. Where did you meet Chanel?
Me and a group of friends, we
got word of a spot up in the mountains, and we went up there. We spent a couple days.
You got word of a spot up in the mountains?
That sounds like in high school when I used to go to keggers in the woods. Like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's definitely a party spot. It's like a little touristy area. There's good bars there, good restaurants.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a little mountain town.
Yeah, okay.
Got you.
It sounded like it was
Sorry.
some secret meeting out in the woods.
Someone's like, dude, these are the GPS coordinates. Just meet us there,
Yeah.
okay?
But
Nice.
she ended up being up there with a group of friends as well. So we ran into each other, my group of guy friends, group of girlfriends.
Mhm.
Right.
So we end up pretty much, by definition, hooking up that night.
What do you mean by definition? What definition do you have?
Well, some people might have different definitions of hooking up. So
What's yours?
well, are we the home run? Are we where are we at?
We're asking you.
No, I don't understand your analogies.
I hit a home run. That's we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's fine.
Let's move on. So after you hooked up, is that what happened?
Well, we're pretty much from the same town. So we ended up kind of exchanging numbers, and, I got back home, gave her a call. Well, we chatted for a bit, and then we kind of set up a time and a date to go out and hang out. So
Okay, so how was that?
we went out to a small place, kind of an outdoor bar, fire pit, kind of relaxing, nothing uptight or anything.
Okay.
No.
More outdoors.
And what was your interaction with her like? Did you guys connect?
Yes. So hung out, had a couple drinks. We got to know each other a little better through talking to each other.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice.
There's a positive.
Okay.
So it got around like 10 o'clock. We got back to her place. I was dropping her off. And, I'm going to wait until she gets inside so I can kind of see her door from where I am in the truck at her apartment building. She's not getting in. So she comes back down, and she says she's locked out.
Oh, you think that's an excuse?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, she had two roommates. She said both of them weren't home. Both of them weren't answering their phone. So I'm kind of like,
I see where this is
I
going.
don't know, man. I mean, if you're a girl, wouldn't you think your roommates would
Nate,
kind
it
of
doesn't have anything to do with her being locked out. She wants to hook up with you, man, and you didn't ask her. You already hooked up once.
She assumed, dude.
I mean, that's the assumption, right? Like, if you've already done it once, you're going to do it again.
Well, we didn't really hook up. We just, we hooked up, remember?
Oh, right.
Now I'm more
Yeah.
confused again.
I
Okay.
don't know.
So what?
So
You
what
break
happened?
down the door to her apartment?
No, I mean, I just said, hey, you could come stay with me. It's not a problem. So, I have an air mattress that I take camping that you
What?
can sleep on. So,
Oh, air mattress, bro. Come on.
Wait, Nate, I mean, that's cool. Like, I think that's fine that you guys don't want to hook up, or hook up. I don't know which one.
I didn't want to impose just because we had hooked up in the past.
That's considerate. Did she agree to that?
Yeah, she came back, and, we watched a little TV, but we were tired. Blew up the air mattress, turned the TV off, and then just kind of went to sleep. And I went in my room, and that was it.
Was your place clean?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew she was coming over.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
But it
right.
wasn't a mess.
Yeah.
How did this whole encounter end?
I woke up the next morning, and she's gone.
Huh.
So she called an Uber or
Yeah.
one of her roommates or something to come pick her up.
She must have. But I go where she was sleeping, where the air mattress is flat.
Oh, my God. You gave her a mattress with a hole in it?
I mean, I had that air mattress for like at least 3 years. I take it camping. It's a queen size air mattress. The thing is very expensive.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, did she pull the plug on it? There's a hole in it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's an air mattress. Like, to have one for 3 years is amazing.
Yeah, but this is a luxury air
Yeah, it's
mattress.
a Gucci air mattress, Brooke.
Sorry.
Dude, it was like $200.
Dang. that's
Wow.
So wait, what are you saying? Like, you're sad that she had to sleep on the floor instead of an air mattress? Or are you sad that...
No, I'm kind of pissed about the air mattress, to be honest with you.
Okay. What? So, are we calling her now so she can reimburse you for the
Yeah.
air mattress, or do you actually want to see her again?
Well, first I want to ask her what happened with the air mattress.
Got it. Was
Okay.
it her fault or yours?
And then maybe get another date?
I don't know. That hole is kind of suspicious.
You are a strange man. I just feel like you may just have to take the loss.
No, but I also feel like you're trying to do things right. I just don't think they're going right.
Right. Well, and the accusation that she destroyed your air mattress
Yeah,
is
that's
probably
a
not going to go over well.
Yeah. Well, we won't bring that up, but we will play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Chanel, and we'll try and get you a second date. Okay, Nate?
I'm really, really hung up on this air mattress.
Okay.
Hold on. We'll
that.
do it after this. All right. If you're just tuning in for the second date, we're speaking to a modern day Lancelot. A true charlatan of chivalry. His name is Nate. He met a fair maiden named Chanel on holiday atop a mountain
Magical.
where they engaged in some old-fashioned buggery.
Oh.
And after that trip, they went on a date back home again, where he drove her to a bar in his lifted pickup truck.
A lifted white horse?
Yes.
No?
At the end of the night, she did get locked out of her apartment, and like a true gentleman, he offered to let her sleep on the floor of his living room
No.
on a $200 air mattress.
Yeah.
The next morning was very upsetting for Nate because not only was Chanel gone, but his mattress was popped.
A luxury mattress.
And where did Chanel go? Is that right, Nate?
Look, I could pick up the sarcasm in your voice, but I really want to get to the bottom of the air mattress ordeal. So,
So do we?
Me too.
Well, I think where you went wrong is the true gentleman move is to offer her your bed and you sleep on the couch.
yeah, but I thought that would make her feel uncomfortable being in a strange bed in a strange room all by herself, you know?
So you think she took that anger out on your air mattress?
I really want to make accusations, but I'm suspicious now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's get to the bottom of this mystery. We're going to call Chanel right now.
And maybe get him a date.
Well, let's
More important.
let's figure out the important stuff first. What did she do to your poor helpless mattress?
I'll tell you right now, she gets another date with me if we can get to the bottom of this.
Ooh,
Okay.
she
All
has
right.
to earn it.
All right.
I like it.
All right, let's find out. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Chanel, please?
this is Chanel.
Hi, Chanel. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. Do you have a moment to talk with us?
Okay, what is this about?
This is about a segment that we do called Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can reach out to our show and we'll call them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay, so somebody called you about me?
Yes,
You're quick, Chanel.
I know.
I'm going to say that right now.
Sometimes we spend like 10 minutes
Yeah.
trying to explain how this works to people.
Seriously,
And
wait.
we're like, no, seriously, they want to get in touch with you. But
Radio.
the guy that emailed us about you, his name is Nate.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
I am not kidding.
Oh, is that good?
Oh,
It
man,
totally sounds like something Nate would do.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, Nate told us about your interactions together, and he seems like an interesting guy.
Yeah, he is quite interesting, a little awkward.
Okay.
But-
I mean, it sounds like you guys spent a lot of time together from what he told us.
In fact, he said that you guys hooked up, but not hooked up. Just, we couldn't really tell what he was saying, honestly.
Depending on the definition.
It was
he
something
said.
in the mountains.
Yeah.
You may have kissed, we're not sure.
We didn't really hook up in the mountains, and I could tell that maybe he was a little nervous, and I wanted to give him another chance. He's cute. He's charming in like a weird way.
Yeah, it's unique.
But even after the second time, and we had some drinks, and I thought he'd loosen up a little bit, I started to think that maybe he wasn't into me, or maybe he was a virgin, because he just was so awkward. He didn't touch me. He
Well, I think he was just trying to be like polite and be chivalrous and not take things
Right.
too quickly.
But
Or
you
take
can do that.
advantage.
You can do that and still like
Be cool.
understand when someone's blatantly hitting on you. I mean, what was going through your head when he was blowing up the air mattress then?
Well, first off, I was super confused and why he was pretty much forcing me to sleep on this air mattress. Like, I even told him, I was like, it's cool. I don't mind if we snuggle a little bit, like trying to ease my way in and not make him feel uncomfortable. But he just was very persistent that I sleep on this air mattress. So I rolled my eyes in defiance, but I slept on the air mattress anyways.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Well,
Jeez,
the air
dude.
mattress is actually a little bit of a point of contention with Nate.
What do you mean?
Well, because when he went out the next morning, he saw that you weren't in the apartment anymore and his air mattress had a hole in it.
Yeah, it lasted like 3 minutes. I slept on it. I rolled around a little bit. I could hear the air wheezing out of it as I was laying on it.
Oh, and you just know it's going to be a terrible night.
Oh,
At what point did
great.
you leave? Did you wait till you were fully on the ground, or did you bail on the air mattress before it was fully deflated?
It's like a.
Well, there's a little bit more, I guess.
What do you
I
mean?
don't know if I should even indulge, but I feel like at this point you guys know everything. So I did get up, maybe a half hour afterwards. I was just super uncomfortable on that air mattress, and I was going to go sneak into his bed. We kind of fooled around a little bit in the bed and hooked up, and I thought, that maybe he just needed me to make the first move.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, well, the next morning when I woke up, I rolled over, and it was not Nate. It was his roommate.
What?
Wait.
Wait.
Hold on. What happened?
So I thought that there was only one bedroom. Apparently, there were two bedrooms.
Oh, no.
And his roommate has like the same build and the same hairstyle. And yeah, I was a little bit tipsy, so I had a good time with him. And I really thought, I was like, Nate surprised me. Wow, this is cool.
Oh, my
God, you hooked up with his roommate?
You're the aggressor here.
And you didn't realize till the morning.
Yeah, the next morning, and the sun rays were coming through the curtains, and I obviously made a mistake, and I realized I made a mistake, so I called my roommate to get me the hell out of there.
Can you imagine the roommate coming up like, I had the weirdest dream last night, you guys?
I mean, he just went with it. That's the thing. The roommate just went with it.
Dude,
he didn't stop you and tell you? Or
I mean, I don't remember him trying to tell me. He definitely didn't try to stop me. I don't know, but I didn't tell Nate because, one, I think it'd break his poor heart. And two, I just don't want to be in an awkward situation where I have to be around those two guys again.
Well, Chanel, I hate to break this to you, but you did kind of tell Nate.
Wait, what?
I didn't tell you this, but Nate's been on the other line listening, and he heard everything that you said.
Oh, my God. You're kidding.
Yeah. Chanel, hi.
Oh, my God, Nate. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was quite an earful.
A lot of info.
Oh.
I mean, I really definitely didn't mean for it to go down that way, but ooh.
Well, listen.
No, I don't think you can blame Chanel on this one. I think that it's all your roommate's bad, Nate. I mean, she was just trying to come in and have some sexy time with you.
Right. And I mean, look, things like that happen, but
Do they?
we got to talk, though, Chanel.
Well, I mean, I felt like you were rejecting me. So even if
No,
I had
I
gone
want-
into your room, you probably wouldn't have done anything.
No, listen, hey, it happens to the best of us. I want to talk about, the air mattress that you were sleeping on?
No.
Wait.
Yeah, the air mattress that deflated 5 minutes into me laying on it. I wouldn't even call it sleeping.
No, there was a hole in that air mattress.
Obviously.
I'm just curious as to how that happened.
Nate, you don't care about her hooking up with your roommate?
No, I mean, hey, what are you going to do, man? But I want to know what happened. Did you have something sharp in your pockets? Did you sleep with
I
your pants
didn't
on?
even have pockets, Nate. I was wearing a dress. I didn't have pockets. I don't have any sharp jewelry. If you really think I popped that air mattress, you're delusional.
Nate, the description sounds like it was not in the best shape.
That's a $200 air mat. I've been taking that camping for 3 years. There was nothing wrong with it.
So do you think that maybe it got a hole in it and those many times you were taking it camping? I can't believe you're blaming me for this.
I'm twice the size of you, and it was fine when I slept on it. If you knew it was deflating, why didn't you come and get me? You should have woke me up.
She tried.
Yeah.
She tried to come and get you.
Nate, I just really don't understand. Like, did you hear what I said? I hooked up with your roommate last night. Did he say anything to you?
No, I mean, well, he started a conversation about you, and then we kind of just,
And then you went on a tangent about your stupid f***ing air mattress that was already deflated before you gave it to me.
Well, him and I went over and looked at it, and we were trying to figure out a way we could patch the hole. I mean, you came up in conversation, but
Wait, so did you know? Wait, did you already know that this happened, Nate?
I actually had no idea that went down. But I want to get back to the matter at hand here. I need you to really, really just think back to that night. I mean, as much as you could possibly remember.
Okay, Nate, you know what? I think we're running out of time to learn all the details about your mattress. At this point, there's probably no good time to do this, but let me just ask, Chanel, would you like to go out on another date with Nate? We'll pay for it.
You're kidding, right?
I wish I was, but I have to ask you that.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
But if you can get his roommate's phone number for me, I might try that again.
Yeah, he sounds fun.
Nate, could you email us your roommate's phone number, perhaps?
Whatever, I'll give you his number. But you know what? I'm a little angry because you guys are supposed to help me out today. And we couldn't get to the bottom of what I want to get to the bottom of.
I mean, yeah, you're right. No, your roommate got to the bottom first.
Yeah.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, a lot of people waste their time trying to find love, online dating, or having friends hook them up with somebody that they think would be perfect, when everybody knows the only place to really find true love is in a crowded men's bathroom at a dirty bar. We all know that, right? And that's where Eric found the girl that he wants to call today.
Wait a
in the
minute.
men's bathroom at a bar. What's up, Eric?
That's not entirely true.
That's what your email said.
Well, she wasn't standing in the bathroom. I was at this bar, and the girls' line was like down the hall. It was really a long line. She looked like pretty upset, so I was like, "Hey, why don't you use the men's bathroom and I'll watch the door?"
Okay, so she did use the men's bathroom,
Yes.
and you stood guard and listened to her pee.
Yeah, I don't know about listen.
All right, so tell us more about her. I mean, your email said how you met and that she's not calling you back, but how'd your evening go with her?
Well, her name was Penny, and she was really nice, so she thanked me for watching the door for her, and I asked her if maybe she wanted a drink, so we went over to the bar and got a drink together.
Dad, you are a gentleman, and you even paid. Held the door.
Yeah, I think we got along really good, just back and forth. I asked her what she did. She asked me what I did for work and everything, which right now I'm out of work currently, so...
So you impressed her with that line.
Yeah.
What do you do for
I
work?
was truthful. I wasn't going to lie to her.
Yeah, okay.
That's good. It's good that you didn't say, like, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So what did you guys actually do on your date?
We didn't go on a date.
Oh, okay. So she's not calling you back just after this one night you met her at the bar?
Yeah, exactly. So when we're at the bar, we're talking and everything, and I wanted to ask her out, see if she wanted, so I didn't know how to do it. Yeah. And we're just standing there talking and everything, and I saw this rose laying on the bar. So I grabbed the rose, and I gave it to her, and I said, "Hey, if you take this and go out with me, I'll get you 12 more."
Oh, my gosh. You did not just say that. Did she actually like that?
She loved it, yeah. I mean, she said yes. She took the rose.
Did she notice that you stole it from somebody else?
No, I don't think so.
All right. And so you guys, you got her number there?
Yeah, we exchanged numbers, and then we texted. It seemed real friendly and everything. And then it just started to get weird. It seemed a little more distant, so I just asked, like, what's going on? Why the cold shoulder? And then after that, I never got a response.
What do you mean it got distant?
I don't know. It was like, hey, how you doing? Like we were leading up to something, and then it just seemed like something went away. I didn't get it.
All right, so you met her this one night at the bar. You had a conversation over drinks after you helped her pee. And you liked her so much that you want to do a second date update just after that meeting?
Yeah, I liked her. I really want to go on a date with her.
How long did you guys spend together at the bar?
Half hour.
So after a half hour, you're willing to do a second date update?
Yeah, half hour's a long time. Got through a lot in a half hour. We talked about a lot. I mean, she was real pretty. Blonde hair, blue eyes. She likes sports. I mean, she seemed perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like your guys' souls really connected over those drinks. I mean, you don't really know anything about her. Are you sure she's even single?
I don't think she would have let me buy her a drink. I mean, I hope she's single.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Trust me. She could be she could be like married for 40 years, still let you buy her a drink.
And give you the number.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal, guys. Like, I never get to meet, like, I never had the opportunity, like, with someone this pretty and everything, and I feel like I'm almost there. So I really want to hook up with this girl. I really want to talk to her. I want to know what's up.
Okay, so basically she's the hottest girl that you've ever had a conversation with.
Yeah, well, I tried to talk to a lot of hot girls, but this is the only one that actually talked back to me.
Nice. Hey, I completely understand then why you want to do this.
Oh, my God.
Why do you think that she's not calling you back then, or why do you think she stopped texting you?
I don't know. I mean, I thought everything went fine in the bar. Maybe she saw me grab the rose. I didn't steal it from someone. Maybe she saw me grab the rose off the bar or something. Maybe she thought that was classless. I don't know. She gave me her number.
What was the last thing that you guys said to each other?
It was really nice meeting you. I can't wait to go out, and I'll hit you up tomorrow.
And what'd she say back?
She said, thanks again for watching the restroom. That was really nice of you. So thanks again for watching the restroom while I pee. And that was it.
And that's the last thing you've heard from her?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know what that is? Can anybody tell me what that is?
No, go
That-
with water dripping. Water dripping.
Is the sound of a budding new romance.
It's like Dove.
It is, isn't it? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that is why Eric wants to call a girl today in his second date update. Eric is on the phone with us. He told us about how he met this girl at a bar. He met her because she was standing in line for the women's restroom. It was really long, and he was like, let me be your knight in shining armor. I'll stand guard. You can go in the men's bathroom. And then they struck up a conversation after that. They talked for about 30 minutes, but now she's not texting him back. And he wants to get a hold of her really badly. Why? Because in his own words, she's the hottest girl that's ever actually talked back to him.
So sad.
All right, Eric, are you about ready to give Penny a call and get your second date update?
Yes, I am.
And Eric, what did Penny do when you guys were talking? I forgot to ask. That gave you the indication that she was legitimately into you.
I don't know if it's anything she did. I mean, the fact that she was talking to me for a half hour and then even gave me her number when I asked for it, that seemed like a good thing.
What's your success rate usually when you ask a girl for a number?
I don't know. I'd say this went well. I don't know. They usually don't go as good as
Not
So
good.
it's not that good
Not
usually.
good.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and get her on the phone and see if we can get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is Penny there?
this is her. May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, hi, Penny. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
I'm calling you because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you and asked if we could get a hold of you.
Well, I've never heard of your show, so I don't know anybody that would listen to it.
Well, you do actually. You know one person at least who listens to it, and he liked you so much that he wanted us to get a hold of you.
Okay, and who would that be?
That would be a guy named Eric that you met at a bar recently.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. He sent us an email and told us about how he met you and had been texting back and forth with you, really wanted to take you out on a date, but you've stopped texting him. So he asked us if we could get you on the phone and find out if something happened.
Wow. I'm not sure what you guys know about. I mean, I don't know what he told you, so.
He told us, he pretty much just told us that he met you, you were standing in line for the restroom, and then he helped you use the guy's restroom. You guys talked to the bar for about a half an hour and have been planning a date, but then you just dropped off the face of the earth. You dropped out of Eric's world and he can't stand it, Penny. So is that true? Did it really happen?
Yeah, so that's true, but he was so rude and so clueless to how rude he was that I didn't just drop off the face of the earth. There was very specific reasons why I just decided never to connect with that person again, ever.
Would you mind telling us?
Why'd you give the number if he was so rude?
I felt bad. Like, I almost kind of felt bad. I mean, this guy was never, ever going to be with a woman. I just
Ever?
don't see it.
He'll never be with a woman ever. What did he do that was so rude?
Well, after he held the bathroom door for me, I made the huge mistake of sitting down for a drink with him. He offered to buy me a drink, which I said yes to.
These all sound like nice gentleman things to do so far.
They sound really nice. They start off to be really nice, gentlemanly things to do. And then he keeps talking, and his mouth just doesn't stop moving. So he proceeds to troll every girl in line and rate her based on looks, which was really fun as another woman in that bar to sit and listen to somebody do.
So he's sitting with you and rating all the other girls in the bar.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he was bored or he thought this was a great idea, but he said, look at all those trolls standing in line, and he wanted to just, like, rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, one by one. And I didn't even get to finish my sentence, and he just starts, like, laying into him.
Did you try to interrupt him and stop him from this?
Oh, yeah. I kept asking him to talk about something else, and he was just, things like, oh, that girl, there's a 4. I mean, her eyes are too far apart. She's got hairy eyebrows and bad skin. And, like, one at a time, like, oh, she's like a straight-up garden gnome, man. Like, she's, like, short and squat. And, like, I mean, he was cracking himself up. He thought he was Mr. Funny Ha-Ha. And I don't think that he has ever had a girlfriend in his entire life because somebody would have stopped this a long time ago.
You know, he did tell us that you're the hottest girl that's ever spoke to him.
Oh, well, that is a compliment, I'm sure.
I'm surprised he said I was the hottest girl because he actually wanted to rate me as well. So
What did you say to him when he told you that?
I asked if we could not do that. I said, let's not do the rating thing anymore. Let's move on. Let's try to talk about anything else, anything.
And did he give you a rating?
Oh, yeah, he gave me a rating. He was adamant. He said, nope, I'm going to hear the rating because it's a good one.
Okay. I'm guessing he's like, you're a 10. Look at all those other 4s and 5s. I'm sitting next to the 10 in the bar.
You think he would because he's trying to hit on me, but no, that ass gave me a 7+.
What does a 7+ even mean?
I guess it's better than a 7, but worse than an 8. And he went on and detailed about why he gave me a 7+.
Oh.
Are you serious?
So he actually went into detail, huh?
Yeah, he wanted me to know why.
What was his reasoning?
Well, my teeth weren't perfectly straight enough, and I had a nice chest, but it could have been a little bigger.
How did you not slap this dude?
I think he's just so unaware. Like, it wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't help. It's never going to click with him. He's never had a girlfriend, probably never will. So, yeah, I feel bad for the guy.
Well, Penny, thank you for telling us. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It was a complete nightmare with that idiot.
And I want to tell you, you know what? In my book, you're an 8-. Not even a 7+.
You upgraded
Thank
her.
you. That's so sweet.
You're welcome. I also want to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's actually on the phone. Eric?
Yeah, I'm here.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Penny, you didn't find that entertaining? Making fun of the girls in line and everything? We were rating them?
That's so mean. Dude, that was so mean. I was trying to be nice to you. It was like, I felt like I was stuck with you, man. You bought me a drink. No, it was no fun. There was no fun.
Yeah, well, you were going right along with it. I thought we were having a good time.
I knew some of those girls, by the way, that you were making fun of. No, none of that was fun.
Where are you ever going to find another guy like that who would come up with a game like that? You know, I'm a good time. I'm a fun time. We do things like that.
Okay, I will hope that I never find another guy like that, and you are anti-fun. That was the most unfun thing I think I've ever done. Ever.
I mean, you got the best rating out of everyone.
Wow. You're bragging about giving me a 7+? Like, out of 10?
A 7+ in that bar is like a 10, you know? All the other girls were 5s.
So I'm the best bad-looking girl at that bar, is what you're saying.
I wasn't trying to insult you. You're hot. You're beautiful. You know, I just put a 7.5 on compared to the scale we were working on.
You see, guys, listen to this. You're clueless, man. You are so clueless.
Listen, I know what women want. Okay, I know what they need, and I don't know what you're talking about.
It sounds like it's Eric. She just doesn't know what she needs.
Oh, that's what
Penny.
That's right.
Would you like to go on a second date with Eric? We'll pay for it.
Absolutely not. Not ever again. I hope I never talk to you again.
No, please.
Why don't you just go find another 7+ to insult? Because I am done listening to this.
Oh, nice. Very nice. The only reason you're not going to go out with me is because you're totally frigid, and I don't need a girl like that.
Oh, my God. You are an imbecile.
Yes.
An absolute imbecile.
Well, not a successful second date update for you, Eric. Penny, thank you for sharing your story.
Yep.
Eric, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you didn't get a date.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. I mean, I told her she was a 7+, but she was only a 5, believe me.
Oh, really?
Hey, ass. They're done talking to you. It's time for you to go now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, hey, 7 is a good rating. She must think she's Beyonce or something. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Going to talk about the second date update in just a second. But remember, if you have any legal issues that you need help with, why don't you hit up my friends at advocateslaw.com? I figure this is the perfect time to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Right before we discuss the second date update.
Makes total sense.
You pay nothing to talk to an attorney, so hit them up. Whether it's like something with your car insurance or you have a work issue, you were hurt at work and you need some help, just ask them. Advocateslaw.com. Their number's 206-512-3555. Now on to the second date update. Eric wanted to call a girl named Penny. She wasn't calling him back after they met at a bar. We got her on the phone and found out why she wasn't calling him back. It's because after they met, they were sitting there having drinks at the bar. He bought her a drink and then proceeded to rip on every single female that was in attendance at the bar. I think in hopes of being like, you're the hottest girl in here. But then he rated her a 7+. He didn't be like, you're a 10. Brutally honest, I guess.
You can't
But
give them
even
okay
still,
right away, man.
it's
okay?
not. How how he thought that was a fun game for people to just put other people down? Nobody wants to participate in that, dude.
Oh, I would. I would love to do that on a date. If I could meet a girl who's just like, hey, let's just sit on here and sit here and rip on people for a while. I'd be like, I love you. You're the best. Another text in at 78592 that says, honestly, I thought he was kind of sweet.
What?
I think it'd be fun to sit and rate people. Give him my number. So some people do actually want to do that. So yeah, he just sat there ripping on everybody the whole time, and she obviously didn't want to go out with him again, so they agreed not to go out.
And I'm sure he was a real, 8+ on the scale too.
Of course.
Because the people who usually rate others are always gorgeous.
I think it's something that most dudes do. Like, we do it sometimes, but never with a girl. Like, you're supposed to...
Yeah, well, that's the whole
you
game, right?
Really sit and rate women?
Well, sometimes. I don't know. I mean...
Sit and rate women, rate dudes. Just sit and look at people and judge them. That's the fun part of life. Especially when you're better than everybody else, is just sitting there and judging people.
Apparently I'm missing
I think
out.
it's just part of the whole thing where some dudes have like the part of their game is to insult, hey, you don't walk up to a girl and be nice to her. You gotta be like, hey, like you look okay, like for a chubbo.
For a chubbo.
And then apparently that's supposed to get you some points or something like that.
Because that's hard to get when you just make people's self-esteem
So
plunge.
they agreed not to go out again. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back and hopefully find out what you did wrong.
If you're just joining us for today's second date, Tori is on the phone, and she went out with a dude named Eric. He asked her out almost every single day for a year. I guess she works at Starbucks, and he would come in there, ask her out. She would say no until finally one day she said yes.
Aww.
And they decided to go out and get some Thai food. She said that they had a fun time. Can't really think of any reason that he wouldn't be calling back. But not only is he not calling her back, he hasn't even come in to get his normal coffee order. So something clearly went wrong. Tori, I never asked you, what was his reaction like when you finally said yes to him after he'd been trying for that long?
Oh, good question.
He was just in shock. He's like, wait, what? Really? Say it again. Will you go out with me? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, I would imagine he thought you were joking. Like, I wouldn't have believed you. If I've been trying for that long and you finally said yes, I'd be like, wait, what changed?
Yeah, you don't got to be mean about
Oh
it.
my God, you guys, I think that's such a cute visual, too. Like, why is this guy screwing everything up by not calling you back?
I don't know. Please let me know because I want to see where this could go.
All right, well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Any last words before I do?
No, thank you. Godspeed. I'm sending some prayers up that it's all good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm dialing his phone number right now.
Hello?
I'm going to speak to Eric, please.
Yeah, this is Eric.
Eric, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, what's up? Did I win something, or?
No, well, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, in a second.
Okay.
Any idea why we'd be calling you?
I have no clue.
Okay. Well, we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. So we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Wait. Who emailed you?
Somebody.
That's a dumb answer.
Okay. You mean, are you going to tell me, or?
Yeah,
When?
eventually.
Hello?
Oh, hey. What's up, Eric? No, the person who emailed us, her name is Tori. You know her probably pretty well because I guess you've asked her out like almost every day for an entire year.
Oh, okay. She told you that?
Yep, she did. She told us that, and she told us about your date. She also told us that you're not returning any of her phone calls, and you haven't even come into the coffee shop since you guys went out.
Yeah, I had to switch where I get my coffee. You go out on a date with somebody, and then it's kind of up in the air whether it went well or not, and it just is awkward to see them the next day if you're kind of on the fence about them. So
What? You asked this girl
Yeah.
out every day for an entire year, and in one dinner, suddenly you don't even want to see her again?
I didn't say I didn't want to see her again. I'm not sure about it.
Well,
Okay, so you're not sure if you're feeling her anymore after you guys went out.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just not sure. I mean,
Why? Is there anything specific?
yeah, I don't know. It's different when you kind of meet somebody in one environment and then you hang out with them in a different environment. They just don't seem to be the same person. Or I mean, I don't know. In this case, at least.
But I mean, like, don't you feel like you knew her pretty well, even though you guys had only hung out at the coffee shop? Like, seeing her every day for a whole year seems like you'd have a pretty good grasp on what type of person she was.
No, absolutely. I mean, I thought I did as well, but it's just a different dynamic there because, it's like I'm not sitting down and having a conversation really with her. I'm ordering my coffee, small chit-chat, how are things, way to go out with me? No. And then I'm on my way. I mean, that's kind of how it went for a year.
So
you know what I mean?
What was the change when you were hung out with her for a long period of time that you didn't like?
Oh, man. I don't want to be mean, but she talked a lot. Listen, it was like just sitting there. It was more like a monologue than a dialogue with her. I mean, I was very tempted at one point just to be like, "Come up for air, please."
So you just felt like she talks way too much to hang out with?
I mean, yeah, it's just you couldn't get a word in edgewise. And I mean, I'm interested in everything that you was saying, but you'd think that there'd be just a little bit more give and take. And I just don't know that if I can hang out with somebody that uses that many words.
Oh my God.
Just in general.
Yeah, come on. You got to give her a break, though. I mean, she's probably amped up. She's nervous. A lot of people, including myself, when you get nervous, you talk even more than you normally do. Like, she probably had a different type of energy on a first date than she would in normal life.
Yeah, I've kind of taken that into consideration. That's why I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm not writing her off. I'm just literally thinking, can I handle this amount of just talking?
We did talk to her about your date, and I will say I'm
You
kind of
did?
on the same page with you. Yeah, a lot of words, words coming out of her mouth. Lots.
Yeah, okay.
At a fast pace too.
Yeah.
She speaks very quickly.
Be kind. She sounds fun. She sounds nice. She sounds energetic. She sounds positive.
Tiring. Sounds tiring to me.
She had a lot of positive things to say about you, Eric, and from her description, it sounded like she really listened when you did talk.
She did, and she is. I mean, again, this is why I'm on the fence. She, just like you said, she was all those things: sweet and kind and nice and attentive. I mean, but it's exhausting.
Well, if you think you're exhausted just thinking about it, she's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you or talk at you. I'm not sure.
Holy really?
Yeah.
No.
Tori, are you still there?
What?
Hi. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm right
hello.
here, Eric. Hi, Eric. Hi.
Hey.
I heard all that. Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean.
No, I thought you were probably less mean than maybe other people on this phone conversation. But yeah, I didn't realize that I talk so much. So I'm sorry. It is a first date thing, and I'm like used to just talking to people at the store a lot, and I got in my head about it, and I can totally not talk right now. I just want to let you know where I'm coming from. Like we're talking, and then when I wasn't talking, there was silence, so I just felt like I needed to talk more. But even though I did feel like we had a great conversation, so I'm sorry that I dominated it. I want to hear what you say.
Okay.
Because I can show you I don't have to talk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want you to not talk, or I want you to be yourself. It's just,
No,
I
right.
don't know.
I totally get that. I think when I like someone, I just love gosh, I feel so stupid. I just really like sharing, and finding more things we have in common. So I think it's just because I was excited and we had seen each other so much, and now it was finally happening. So it was kind of a lot riding on it. I don't want to talk too much right now, so let me know if I'm talking too much. But I do just want to explain myself. That's why I am talking. It's hard because I want you to understand where I'm coming from, but I also I can't tell if I'm talking too much right now because you're not saying anything.
Yeah, is Eric still on the phone? Are you even still there anymore, Eric?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking she talks a lot.
Oh my God. Come on, you got to cut her some slack, Eric. I mean, she just heard some pretty harsh things about herself, and she didn't come in angry. She came in understanding.
Nervous, excited.
That's true. I mean, that's why I asked her out. I mean, she's nice, she's pretty,
Aww.
But I didn't expect the word load to be, like that heavy.
Oh my gosh. I never knew it was going to be this personal, because, okay, so I think that I just need to not talk right now and let Jubal handle it from here. Jubal, can you just take it over so I do not?
No, I think
maybe I should stick my foot in my mouth.
no, I think you're doing a great job. I think you should continue.
Oh my God, she is so freaking adorable. Eric, come on, man.
So this is about a second date. She wants to have a second date with me.
Yes, Eric, would you go out with Tori? Unless you want to do this, Tori. Well, we don't have time for you to do it. Would you like to go out on a second date with Tori? We will pay for it.
Sure.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm actually really excited too, Tori.
Thank you, Brooke. I appreciate you on this phone call, and
my
I'm
God.
also very excited to see Eric again.
Now, don't be so weirdly self-conscious on your next date, though.
Oh my God, I know. We'll have to do an activity so that there'll be other things to do besides talk.
Yes.
That's a good idea. I'm really excited about, going on a second date with you. I mean, you are super nice, super kind, really sweet. And I think if you were in a different situation than that where you weren't so nervous, maybe it could be a little bit more of a back and forth. So I'm definitely willing to give that a try.
Are we still talking?
Yes.
Or is this thing over? Congratulations, you guys got a second date.
Okay,
right.
awesome.
Thank you.
So cool. Okay.
Still going. Today, a girl named Tori is on the phone to do a second date, and I'm guessing the dude that she wants to call must be hot. Because in her email, it says that he pursued her for a long time and just kept asking her out. So that's persistence, I think, if somebody's hot. If they're not hot, that's a restraining order. So she didn't get a restraining order. I guess she finally said yes, but now he's not calling her back. Tori, what's up? How are you?
Hey, yeah, he's pretty cute.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
If he wasn't cute, he'd be arrested by now, probably.
Yeah.
How is this guy pursuing you? Like, he found you online, or he's someone you know within your social circles?
No, I work at Starbucks, so he would come in like every day. I would see him all the time. He would order the same drink. It was a grande triple non-fat mocha, no whip. And then after, he would ask me out, and it would be like cute. But I always there was always something, like I was dating someone, or, I just was like, I don't know, didn't trust him. Like, not like didn't trust him, but just don't trust like any guy to like ask me out. So
how long did it take
that's
before he
healthy.
finally broke down your defenses and you said yes?
yeah, it was a year. It's been like 12 months.
Wow.
I mean, that sounds like actually a start of a cute story, but you're on the phone with us, so...
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Why did you finally say yes?
Well, I was single for a while, and I found myself thinking about him a little more when I wasn't working. Like, he would kind of cross my mind. Like, I would be like, oh, Eric has that shirt, or something like that. Because I just, even though I don't really know him, I know him, like, we saw each other all the time, and I don't know, I just started thinking about him. So, and I was single now, so I just thought, why not?
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you said yes to him, what'd you guys do?
We met out for dinner. We went to a Thai restaurant.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed myself. Like, we had pretty easy conversation because there was already this, like, comfortableness of each other. And, like, he's pretty active. He, like, golfs. And I like to hike and do yoga. So I just thought, like, we have this, like, active lifestyle thing on top of just, like, liking each other. I thought,
Okay.
Were there any moments on the date that you would call, like, highlights?
I don't know. It's weird to find someone that likes scary movies as much as, like, I do. So that was kind of nice.
Was there any talk of, like, we should watch one together, referencing future plans together?
Yeah, we I feel like we created a movie list because he hasn't seen it yet, and like, oh, we gotta go. We gotta I watch all of them. It's like, I don't know. I kind of was like I was gonna be your first for it.
Your first for it.
Okay, any low lights from your date?
There was one part that now that I'm dissecting it, so I'll just tell you. We were at a Thai restaurant, and I ordered something with 1 star of spicy, and he was like, "Whoa, what are you doing? Why are you only getting 1 star of spicy? We're at a Thai restaurant." And I was like, "Oh, well, I like Thai food, but I don't like spicy stuff, so that's why there's the option for that." And I
Right, that's fine.
So he was judging you based on the level of spiciness that you ordered your Thai food?
Yes, and he got 4 stars, which is really spicy. He kept going on about my 1 star spicy. He's like, "Oh wow, you're not adventurous as I thought you were."
Wow. All right, judgy.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a dig, but now, because I have no idea what else that could be, but that seems just unplausible for someone to judge someone so harshly.
Right, and for
Yeah.
someone to ask you out for an entire year, finally get the date, and then find out you only eat 1-star spicy food, and then that's the thing that makes it a no-go for him.
That's why I didn't even, I just kind of laughed it off, because clearly your spicy food level is not like a spice of life level necessarily.
How'd the date end?
We had a nice hug goodbye. He kissed me on my cheek, and it was just kind of like, are we going to kiss? And that's what I felt. I was like, because I got all the butterflies, and then I get really shy. I didn't want to have Thai food breath and kiss him, but I felt like there was that possibility that could happen. Yeah. Anyways, and then it was just like, okay, I'll talk to you later, and that was that, and I haven't heard from him since.
And have you seen him in the store? Because he's a regular customer of yours, right?
No, he hasn't come back at all. I feel like maybe something happened to him because he was in there almost every day, and I haven't seen him since.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, for someone to change their coffee habits is extreme.
Totally.
Yeah. So, help.
Yeah, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date, okay?
Well, can I ask a question before you guys do that first?
Sure.
So my question is, just because some of my guy friends have said this, and it's, I guess, more for Jubal, they say that I can be a little annoying, maybe I'm annoying on dates. Do you think I'm annoying?
I think you got a lot of words come out of your mouth. You talk a lot. Maybe that could be annoying to some people. I mean, I don't like to talk at all, so it could be annoying to me if I were on a date with you.
Oh my God.
Or it's better because then you don't have to do any talking.
But
She's
then
got
it's
enough
just so
energy
much.
for both of you.
We could just
I
both
don't
be
know.
quiet. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
So you're saying I really am annoying?
I'm saying there's a potential there.
Oh my God.
But I'm not. I don't know yet. I'd have to get to know you a little better, okay, Tori?
Poor Tori.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. I just learned a lot. Okay.
All right.
I don't feel annoying. I feel like myself, and myself might be really annoying. Oh my God.
Well,
You
we'll find
just
out.
be
We'll
You're fine.
try to get him on the phone. We'll play a song and then come back and get your second date, okay?
Okay. Oh boy.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Well, I do declare I'm excited about today's second date update.
You're a Southern woman?
We have a bona fide Southern gentleman on the phone, and I can't wait to talk to him. His name is Jeffrey, most likely Jeffrey Beauregard. That's what I would think. His email said that he just moved to town from the South and is having trouble meeting ladies and finally found a date, and now she's not calling him back. Jeffrey, I say that is a travesty that would happen to you.
Well, I gotta agree with you, ma'am.
Oh my God, he's actually batting his eyelashes at you right now, Jeffrey. You better be careful. He may drop a white glove on the ground any moment.
Well, I gotta tell you something. Where I'm from in the South, there ain't any women who talk like him or look like him anymore. So,
Way to just dash my dreams, Jeff. How you doing, man? Thanks for your email.
I guess I'm doing okay, all things considered, except for this girl not calling me back. That's why I'm here.
How long you been in town? And I'm assuming that you've been listening to the show for a while. If you're willing to do a second date update with us.
Yeah, I've been here for a little over a month now, and I actually move around for work a lot. I've been all over the South, and I'm kind of starting something new here in the area, and so I like my morning shows. I'm trying to meet people and do stuff like that. So I heard you guys, and Jubal, maybe it was that inherent Southern charm you had in there.
Well, I do tend to connect with my Southern gentlemen, don't I? Tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today.
Her name's Alana, and I think this story is it's just sort of typical, I guess. We went out to a restaurant on a date. We met online because I'm new. I don't know anybody in this area, so I was going online, and so went out to a restaurant. Now she had to drive. Sort of a long story. My car is actually being shipped.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into all that, but
when you say car, I'm assuming you mean jacked up truck, right?
That's how it is in the South. We all got trucks.
And had you online dated when you lived in the South, or is this your first go round?
I've done a little bit before, nothing too serious. Just this is it's a little embarrassing because I don't have my car, and I'm not usually the one that the girl has to come pick up. That's a little embarrassing for me. But she was cool. It didn't seem to matter to her.
You know what? No matter how progressive you think, it's always kind of weird whenever you're going out on a date. As a guy, you just feel like you should be the one picking them up.
Absolutely.
And I've gone on a couple dates like that when my car was in the shop or whatever. I was like, yeah, you want to go out? And she's like, sure. And I was like, well, you got to come pick me up. It's always kind of an awkward conversation for some reason.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt.
Did you make her get out of the driver's seat just so you could open the door for her?
No, I didn't do no. I know where I am. I didn't try any of that stuff. So, but I think I know why she's not calling me back. We went to dinner. It was fine. We talked, had a good time, but I didn't have my wallet on me. I realized it fell out in the car. So at the end of dinner, when I realized I was going to pay, because I at least do that much, and I realized my wallet had fallen out. So I asked for her keys to go look back in her car. And she kind of looked at me nervously, gave me the keys.
She probably thought you were about to steal her car. Because you read a lot of these news stories about people who go out on online dates that end up stealing somebody's car on a first date.
Oh, no, I've never read about that before. Is that a thing people do?
Oh, yeah, it is, dude. Go ahead and Google it. There's stories about it all the time.
I'm sure she just thought you were cheap, not that you were going to steal her car.
Yeah, I mean, we've been making jokes about how I was a fish out of water all night, so... maybe she was thinking of some weird serial killer car thief person.
Yeah, it seems convenient when you're at dinner and you're like, oh, man, I left my wallet in your car. Can I borrow your keys, please? I'll be right back, I swear.
Yeah, that's exactly why I think she might not be calling me back. But I found my wallet pretty quick, came back, and I paid. And so after that, of course, she drove me home. That's weird again.
That's even weirder.
At the end, we shook hands. It was the first date. I didn't want to kiss her. Not on a first date. That's not how I was raised.
So can I ask you, did you offer your hand first, or did she offer the handshake?
I think I offered mine. Yeah, I offered mine first.
Okay.
That's weird.
Put her there.
So, at the end of the night, I just leaned over, shook her hand, and she smiled, and I was like, I think I said something like, this was a nice time, and I think, you'll be hearing from me again. I hope I see you soon. Something like that.
And what was her response to that?
She said she had a fun time, and I said, can I call you again? And she said, sure.
And did you call her again?
I've only called once. I have texted like 3 or 4 times. But, it's a little confusing because I know it was a little crazy asking for her keys and like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I came back. I didn't steal her car. I didn't do nothing like that. And she said she had a lot of fun. So I'm just confused.
All right. Well, we're gonna play a song. Come back, call her, and get your second date update. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
For today's second date update, Jeff is on the phone with us. He's a Southern gentleman who just moved here. Met a girl online. They went out to dinner. Nothing really crazy about dinner. Said they had a good time. The only thing that happened, and is the reason that he thinks he's not getting a call back, is that during dinner he realized that he forgot his wallet in her car because she had to drive because his car isn't here yet. So he asked for the keys, went out to the car, grabbed his wallet, came back in and still paid for dinner. Yeah. But he thinks that might have been kind of weird for her. It is kind of weird to be like, hey, first date, don't know you very well, but can I have your keys, please? So we're about to call her right now. Jeff, you ready to go for your second date update?
I think so, yeah.
And
all right.
Why do you want to call this girl? I mean, I just think if I was new to town, I'd want to date around a little bit.
I do want to date around, but I want to see her again first. I want to follow up with her and spend a little more time with her first.
Yeah, you're not trying to fall in love with her, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? That's kind of the whole point of dating, but I just want to see where it goes.
I guess you don't know unless you get a second date, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, going to call her right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can find out why she's not calling you back.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Alana, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Alana, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That's all right. There's a lot of people that don't know who it is. It's a radio show, morning radio show. How you doing?
Okay.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they wanted us to get a hold of you.
Okay. What's their name?
He's a southern gentleman who just kind of moved to town. Do you know what I'm talking about? His name is Jeff.
Yes, I do.
He actually emailed us and told us a little bit about your date and is confused as to why you're not calling him back, so he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
I don't know. I just didn't really work.
You didn't really work?
The whole date was just weird. There were little things that happened the whole date, and it just didn't really go well.
Okay, can you put it so that we can tell him, can you describe in your own words the date then? Because it sounds like more happened than what he told us.
I mean, we're just really different, really, really different. I think during dinner, I went to use the restroom, and I got back, and I heard him pass gas.
At the table? Like, were you sitting back down, or were you just coming up to the table? And
I was coming back to the table, and as I was sitting down, I definitely heard him pass gas.
Oh, bad timing.
So you were did he not notice that you were there yet, and you were walking up and he farted?
Right, basically. He didn't say a single thing about it, and I just kind of sat there and thought, okay, well, I guess we'll just let this go.
Did you guys have that awkward moment where you both know that the other one farted and you kind of sit there in silence for a second, like, is somebody going to bring it up? And then you go,
I did, but he kind of seemed like it was totally fine.
Oh, but what is he going to say? I mean, you'd have to pretend like it didn't happen on your first date at dinner.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of tried to just forget about it, but then we get to paying for the check, and he tells me that he thinks he left his wallet in my car and whatever. I mean, I get it. Like, maybe it just fell out of his pocket or something. So I gave him my keys, and I was praying that he wasn't going to, steal my car or do anything. But he came back, and he paid for the bill, and everything, everything was fine. And then, I really thought maybe I would go out with him again. But then I got home, and I was getting my bags and everything from my car, and I realized that the change in my change box in my car was completely gone.
No way.
Wait.
So you're accusing him of stealing the change out of your car?
100%.
Oh my
Are you?
100%.
Really?
I had quarters in there. I know I keep my change there as my little, thing where I just throw my change. It was completely gone.
Why
All I
would
could
you
think
steal?
was that this hillbilly from the South took my change, stole from me. So I wasn't even gonna, he tried calling me, he texted me a couple times. I did not even want to respond. I don't even want to see him again. I don't want to hear from him. I can't even believe that, the audacity he would have to call a radio station knowing that he stole from me.
Oh, man.
You said you don't want to hear from him ever again.
Never again.
Okay, well, that's going to be tough because he's actually on the other line listening.
You actually noticed the change was gone for your car?
What the is going on?
That's Jeff.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Alana, it's me. It's Jeff. I've been here the whole time.
I don't want to talk to you. You know what you did. I don't want to talk to you.
Alana, don't you think you're being a little paranoid, accusing Jeff of stealing the change out of your car? I highly doubt that Jeff took the change out of your car.
I took it.
What?
You did?
You actually stole change.
Alana, just listen for a second. First off, it was a couple bucks, and it was a tip. It was a tip.
You actually stole it?
I checked my wallet. Cash was a little bit low.
This is a joke.
I needed a little extra for the tip. It was only a couple bucks. That's something I learned in the South. You tip good when you go out.
Yeah, but
Your own money.
I was going to pay it back on a second date. It totally slipped my mind to even mention
A
it.
second date? You really think I would go on a second date with you after you stole from me?
It's not stealing. I was borrowing it, and I was going to pay it back on the second date. We do that all the time in the South. It's no big deal.
You do, Jeff? Like, that's a common Southern thing to steal each other's car change and use it as a tip?
No, it ain't stealing. I'm not stealing nothing. I'm borrowing change. It's change.
Jeff, it's...
How often do you notice change in your car?
It's
I
only...
got change in my car. It's been there for a long time.
Oh, my God. It's only borrowing if you actually ask somebody for money and then tell them you're going to pay it back. You can't just take it.
I forgot.
Oh, my God. You know, this is just all ridiculous. Jeff, I think you're a dumb hick.
Oh!
I don't understand why we're even having this conversation. I don't have any more time for this. Our conversation's done.
That was quick.
Oh, wow.
Jeff,
Damn.
you still there, man?
I don't get it. I was going to pay her back. It was a couple of bucks
Yeah, but
from a car that I was going to use for the tip.
Jeff, you should probably ask before you do that, you know?
Look, man, it was my first date with her. Yeah, I was nervous about everything else anyway, and I forgot. I forgot.
All right, well,
And
my advice to you would be next time, if you're ever in that position, don't steal somebody's cash from their car, man.
you know, you keep saying stealing. You know, I've heard enough of your. I didn't steal nothing.
Okay,
I didn't
Jeff.
steal.
All right. Hey, man, listen, I'm just telling you that you probably shouldn't take money from people's cars, even if it's like a Southern thing, like you said. It's definitely not done here.
Stop talking to me about all this. You DJ radio high school dropout. You don't know what the you're talking
Jeff,
about.
Oh, my God.
that's the first thing I will agree with you on. I am a radio host. I know that. Don't be so mad. I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah, well, a lot of help you are.
Did that just really happen?
We just got hung up on twice,
Wow.
which is impressive. And
Not
that
bad.
might be a first time for that.
I didn't even get to ask if they wanted to go on a second date. I guess I'll have to email them. See if I can get them to go out again.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Guys will do all kinds of things to try to score with women, including taking their man card, ripping it up, stomping, burning it, and then throwing it in the trash. Like what Tucker did to meet a girl. He went to a pottery class in order to meet girls.
no.
Tucker, how are you?
I am guilty as charged.
Yeah, hey, it looks like it worked, though, so I can't really hate on you too much. So that's where you said you met the girl that you want us to call today. What is her name, by the way?
Her name is Sophie.
Sophie, all right. So you signed up for this pottery class specifically to meet girls, or you are actually interested in making pots?
No, my buddy told me about this, and he, we were going to sign up together, and he actually didn't end up doing it.
So
it's just you by yourself in the pottery class. Did you feel like a creeper being by yourself in the pottery class?
Yeah.
Trying to get girls?
Absolutely, I did.
All right. But it worked out for you. Tell us about how you talked to Sophie.
So Sophie was right next to me.
Okay.
She's on her wheel. I'm on my wheel. And I didn't want to talk at first because, again, I feel creepy in this. My buddy Jamie's supposed to be there. We were going to, kind of wingman this.
Right.
But it didn't work out like that. And I think she could tell that I was kind of out of place in there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you position yourself next to her on purpose?
No, it just happened out that she was a beautiful woman. I mean,
Okay.
It just happened that she was hot and sat right next to me.
Luck of the draw.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there, and she looks over, and the first thing she says, "Are you making a mug?" And I was like, "All right, that's a good opening. Let's go."
Now, were you making a mug? Was she like being flirty, ripping on your pottery skills?
I didn't know what the hell I was making.
Okay. So, what'd you tell her you were doing?
I was like, "Yeah, of course I'm making a mug." What are you making over there? You got a bowl going? And she looks at me and she's like, "Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing."
Dude.
So this made me feel really comfortable. I'm like, "Oh my God, she's kind of in my head right now."
Tucker, I stand corrected, all right? I ripped on you at the beginning of this saying that was not a manly thing to do, go take a pottery class. But after hearing that sexy exchange between you two, what is that, a mug? What you making, a bowl? Oh my God, Tucker.
Foreplay.
That is some hot pottery action that you had going on.
Shockingly, I'm single, huh?
Yeah, how'd you guys end up going out? Did you ask her out at that class, or did you wait a while? Had you been in the class for a couple weeks together?
It was actually after that class, I told her, I said, "Hey, I know this great bar around the corner. got pretty good drinks. They're kind of cheap, but at the same time, it's got some great jazz. Do you want to go?
Oh, so you're going to go that night? Just carry that momentum of your great conversation straight into...
Mine as well.
Yeah. How did it go?
I thought it was great. I thought we had a really good conversation. It picked up. We were talking old high school stories and awkward high school stories and stuff like that. It was funny because she told me about the time that she chipped her tooth. And the same exact thing had happened to my sister. So we were kind of commiserating about that because, I mean, being in high school and your tooth is chipped, I mean, that's something they can't fix right away. It takes
Sounds like
a while.
a crazy story. So you guys had good conversation and drank a little bit. Did anything especially interesting happen, or was it a pretty average date for you?
I thought it was a very good first date for me. She was really, really funny, which I don't find that a lot in women. No offense.
Chicks, not funny at all.
No. I just get my sense of humor.
I'm just not funny.
So at the end of the night, I was walking to her car back over where the class was, and I went in for the hug. I didn't want to go in for the kiss. Like, I felt there was chemistry, but I didn't want to rush it. I felt like that would be a little bit too forward.
So what did she do after the hug?
After the hug, she's like, all right. I'm like, let's get another drink, sometime soon, maybe next week after class. And she was like, sure. But it's been a couple weeks, and she has not shown up for class.
All right. Wow. She's definitely probably blowing you off then if she's not showing up to the pottery class. So you've just been going to pottery class for fun now, if you think about it, for the past couple times.
I gotta finish that mug.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her?
I've texted her a bunch of times. She didn't have my number, so I was like making sure she knew. I'm like, hey, it's tough, how are things going? Hey, how's your bowl? I mean,
yeah,
and you got nothing back at all?
Nothing back, no response whatsoever.
And she stopped going to the class.
Which is a big investment. I mean, those are expensive classes.
And do you know how important do-it-yourself stuff is to ladies?
That's
we
true.
like our crafts.
You probably ruined her whole Pinterest account, you jerk. All right, Tucker. We're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on a minute.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Tucker?
Yeah.
Whatever happens in your second date update today, I want you to promise me one thing.
Okay.
You continue to go to that pottery class where you met this girl, and you finish what you were working on, and you send it to me here at the station. I want to put it next to my microphone every day so I can remember Tucker and his pottery class.
I will make you a set of bowls.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Tucker is on the phone. He wants us to call a girl named Sophie. He met her in a pottery class. He went there specifically for the purpose of meeting girls, and it worked out. They went on a date. Nothing really crazy happened. Had some good conversation. Watched some jazz. Didn't get a kiss or anything at the end of the night, just a hug. But now she's not calling him back. And not only that, she hasn't shown up at his pottery class. So Tucker's pretty sure that something weird happened. But you have no idea what that could be.
No. At this point, I just want to know what I did.
And there's no way that she could, figure out that your plan was to troll for chicks the entire time.
I mean, it might have been a little transparent, but I still think we had a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if she enjoyed your company, you enjoyed her company, you would think she would call you back.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update. Ready?
Yep.
Here
Okay,
we go.
do it.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is Sophie there?
This is her.
Hey, Sophie. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, hi.
Hi. What's going on?
Why am I getting a call?
Why not, Sophie?
She sounds
Why can't I
excited.
just call people sometimes? It's,
How did you get my number?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that just yet.
Oh, that's creepy.
You recently went on a date with one of our listeners. His name is Tucker. He liked you a lot, and now you're not calling him back. Not only that, but he told us that he met you at the pottery class that you attend, and you haven't been at the pottery classes. So Tucker's thinking that he did something really, really bad on your date. So he emailed us to ask you if he did something wrong. Did Tucker screw up?
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is so weird. I can't believe he called and said this to you.
Yeah, we talked to him about your date. He told us that everything seemed fine to him. You went to that bar, watched some jazz, had some fun, ended the night with a hug, and everything seemed cool, and now he can't get a hold of you. Is there a particular reason why?
Well, I mean, there was something that came up in a conversation that made me kind of like want to avoid him.
Can you tell us what that is?
I mean, this is a really awkward, like, kind of personal thing. I don't know if I should talk about it.
Personal about you or personal about Tucker?
Him.
Okay, the reason I ask is, Sophie, if it's about you, I understand you not wanting to say it. But if it's about Tucker, he's the one that wants to hear it. He went as far as to email us to call you. So he's prepared to hear whatever you have to say. So what did he do that's so inappropriate?
Well, he just kind of, I guess he got a little comfortable in the conversation that we were having, and he just kind of said something very personal about himself that you shouldn't really say when you don't know a girl.
Like what?
What did he say?
Like something you say after too many drinks?
I mean, we didn't drink a lot. I was fine. I mean, I don't know if he just can't hold his liquor, but we only had like a couple drinks.
Did it make you embarrassed, or does it make you more fearful of him?
Embarrassed for him. And okay, so we were talking about high school.
Yeah.
I guess because we were in a class, it made us think of high school. And we're like talking about high school stories and embarrassing moments, and it was fun. We were laughing, and then I was telling him about my sex ed class and how my teacher was drawing this giant penis, and we were all giggling, and we're high school, and then the teacher talks about climaxing, and that was so awkward.
Okay. So far, it sounds like your end of the conversation was kind of.
You're making me
And what
even feel a little embarrassed. I don't know.
Yeah, now I'm very interested to hear what Tucker said.
Well, you're making me talk about this on the air. This was between him and me, but it's kind of funny for me to say. But you must know, he was, when we were talking about the climax thing, he was like, oh, yeah, about that. Sometimes I just can't. And I was like, what? I was joking on my drink almost.
Wait a second. So he just volunteered the information that sometimes he can't do that.
I wasn't sure what he meant. I like almost choked. I'm like, what? You can't what? He's like, yeah, the climax thing. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, he kept going. He's like, yeah, I can't because sometimes the Prozac I'm taking, affects it. And then
Sophie, that sucks. So what did you say after that? I mean, was it obvious that you were awkward about that? I mean...
the first time I tried to laugh it off, and I thought, okay, maybe he just accidentally said it and tried to make him feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But when he kept going with it, I just stared at him, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Sophie, as somebody who's been on antidepressants his whole life, I can tell you that is a side effect, and that's why I don't take them anymore. One of the main reasons that you take them to get over depression, and then you can't do that anymore, and then you get depressed because you can't do that.
It's a cyclical thing,
So,
I've never known anyone that's taken it. I've never taken it, so I don't know.
yeah, it is a true thing, but that's still very weird that he would share that with you just kind of out of the blue on a first date.
It just made me think, like, okay, first of all, you're sharing a lot with me, very, very personal, and it's almost like, are you trying to warn me? Like, you think we're going to go home tonight? I don't know what you're thinking.
Just be prepared to be disappointed, Sophie. Be prepared.
And then the whole Prozac thing, why are you taking it? It scares me. Like, are you crazy?
There's lots of people that take Prozac
It's really
and
common.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and I've taken a lot of stuff,
antidepressants.
but I'm kind of crazy. So
God.
it doesn't really... So do you want to talk to Tucker again, ever?
Not particularly.
No? Okay, well, then I guess I shouldn't tell you he's on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Whoops.
Oh, no. Did he just hear everything I said?
Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Tucker.
Hey, Sophie, how you doing?
I'm good. Well, not really, but how are you?
Tucker, did you know that you said what you said?
Yeah, I find that it's better to get that out of the way beforehand than during the actual moment.
I will agree with you on that, Tucker, but you probably don't want to do it in the first conversation you're having on a first date with somebody.
Tucker, I mean, if we had a few dates and we're really connecting, getting to know each other, maybe, but it was just so much, like, right off the bat, I just didn't know what to do.
I completely understand your concerns, and I do apologize. I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable at all. I just have had to deal with that a lot with women over the years, especially.
Oh,
Tucker.
do you always tell them right away?
No, I mean, no, but I thought, like, I really, honest to God, I thought we were having a good conversation, and, you know, I just overstepped a little bit. I believe me, I did not think we were going home that night. Believe me.
But he wanted to warn you, if you do.
Well, and Sophie, he didn't bring it up out of the blue. It was already a topic of conversation on the table.
Yeah,
It's an honest mistake.
He was finishing your sex education class, is what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was adding to it, making sure you got all the notes.
He was enlightening you to the dangers of antidepressants on your sex life.
Well, maybe I need to get educated.
So it was just too awkward for you to go back to the pottery classes?
I'm cool with the pottery classes. I made my little pot and I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on to like
You just, every time you're in there and Tucker's trying to mold a thing of clay, you're going to be thinking about how it's just limp. I can understand that, Sophie.
Come on.
Sophie, would you go out on a second date with Tucker? Come on. It's an honest mistake.
Yeah.
He maybe shouldn't have shared that. Will you go out with him again? We will pay for it.
I guess it would probably be nice of me to give him a chance to redeem himself.
He didn't do anything terrible. He just overshared a bit.
Yeah, and it was just a little shock to me, so
Okay, so you'll go out with him again.
sure.
Yes.
Fantastic. That is awesome. Thank you, Sophie. I really appreciate it.
You made Tucker's
I
day.
apologize. I will not expose anything else to you that you do not want to.
Oh, okay.
Tucker, just
That is a date. Yeah.
on your second date, just don't talk. How about that? But congratulations, you guys.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.